Okay guys, this is Jeffrey. So we are doing lesson 3. So chapter Precalculus, rational functions, 4 out of 7. So we're doing chapter 4 actually. So lesson 4 actually. And because it's word problems, so we're gonna use the Excel to model our solution. Okay. So first of all, we can read the question. Ujjarek has 100 milliliters of strong toothpaste with 1.1% concentration of sodium fluoride. They have a weaker toothpaste with a 0.3% concentration of sodium fluoride. What volume in milliliters of the weaker toothpaste would Ujjarek need to add to the strong toothpaste to create a blend with a 0.8% concentration of sodium fluoride? Okay. So first of all, this is the whole concentration, right? What we have to make? We have to make a new concentration of 0.8%. So this is the original concentration where you want to find the material inside the concentration. That is our material divided, right? Our total amount, which is the denominator, then that will equal to our new concentration, right? So this is the original one, which is 100 milliliters times 1.1%, and then you will get the sodium fluoride. So this amount will be whatever amount, we'll put it aside, and then plus, right? This will be plus the new milliliters and times the new concentration of 0.3%. New milliliters, we don't know, so that will be an x, times the new concentration, which is given here, right? A new concentration meaning it's a weaker. In this case, a weaker. Could be stronger concentration, but in this case, the question is stating that it is, in fact, weaker toothpaste, right? With 0.3% concentration, so we put it here. So these two will be times together, and these two will be times together, and all together we got what? We got a total amount of sodium fluoride, right? With 100%, right? 100% of sodium fluoride on the top in our numerator, and divided by what? The total amount. And the total amount will be what? Okay, so I got interrupted. So continue. The total amount of the solution, right, is 100 milliliters plus the weaker toothpaste milliliters, right? So altogether will be 100 plus x. Okay, so now we can solve for x, and which will be when you get this all the way to here, right? And you will get the solution x equals to 60, okay? And then now Naira paddled 4.5 kilometers with the current in the same amount of time as it took her to paddle 3 kilometers against the current. Okay, Naira paddled at an average rate of 5 kilometers per hour relative to the water each way. Assume the speed of the current was constant. Okay. So Naira with the speed of current will be 5 times what? 5 plus x times the time equals the kilometers which she has paddled, right? Which is 4.5 kilometers. And against the current, this will be minus, right? 5 minus x times the t, because the time will be the same, so that will be a constant time, and equals to the 3 kilometers that she paddled if she paddled against the current. And you can look at this question at another way, which is the time will be equal to, because it is saying the same, right? So time will be equals to what? The time will be equals to, against the current, 5 kilometers minus the current. Oh, let's do with the current. And that speed we paddled 4.5 kilometers divided by the speed will be equal to our time, right? Which is also equals to, because the question is saying it is using the same amount of time, right? So that will also be equal to 3 divided by 5 minus the current, right? Okay, so now you can solve for x, right? There are 2 types of solution methods here, and if you prefer this is much easier to understand. Plus is with the question, is according to the question, and the x will be 1, meaning the speed of current is 1. Okay, and the company has 35% and 3% hydrogen peroxide solutions. They need an 8-liter container with a 12% concentration of hydrogen peroxide. How much of the 3% hydrogen peroxide solution should they include in the container? Okay. So now it is similar to the first one, right? But now we have the total amount of liters, which is before it was 100 plus x. But now we know the 8. So now this amount, if we put down the lower concentration is x, 3% in this case, is what the question is asking us. So 8 minus x will be the other's concentration's volume, right? So here you have to put down the same, 8 minus x, right? And here the concentration will be x, right? So the whole equation will be 8 minus x bracket times the 35% plus the x times 3% and divided, right? The whole thing will be divided by 8 minus x plus x, which is 8 liter, right? I shouldn't write milliliters here, so I'll change it to liters, since that's the unit for this question. Okay, equals to 12%. Okay, then you find the x, which is the 3% liter that is required to make this solution, and it is 5.75. In 2 hours, Rachel would take 0.8 times as many hours as Murray would take to spread the mulch alone. How long would it take for Murray to spread the mulch alone? Okay, so the total yard, you divide by the speed, right? That equals to your time, which is 2 hours. Okay, and you find the relationship between Rachel and Murray, right? The speed of Rachel and speed of Murray. And the total yard work will be 2r plus 2am. And Murray's speed is 0.8 r, right? So you find a relationship by just divide the speed, right? You come up with the speed, the yard work divided by r. The speed is, we're using the r representing the speed, so Rachel's speed is r times 0.8, right? That is the time times 0.8. As many hours it does is equal sign, as many hours as Murray's time, right? So yard divided by the speed. Okay, so you find out cross multiplication here, and you'll find out that 0.8 r equals to m. All right, so what is the total yard work? We can find it in here, right? You times it over to here, 2r plus 2m. But this time we're switching the m to 0.8, right? So plus 0.8 times 2 is 1.6 r. Okay, that's the total yard work, and divided by the speed of Murray, and you find the time, right? The speed of Murray is 0.8 r. So that will be 3.6 divided by 0.8. That is 4. That equals to 4. So m equals to 4, right? M equals to 4. And that is not the time, right? That is just the speed. So we again have to find out the speed. So we have to find out the r as well, which is, so you put it over here. Oh, here, 4, right? So Murray is 4, then r would be 5, right? R will equals to 5. So total yard work will be 5 times 2 is 10, and 4 plus times 2 is 8, so 18. And divided by 4, and that equals to 4.5, right? Okay, that is our lesson 4 here. And good luck on your test. Thank you for watching.